Welcome to Over 50, so what? I was just watching TV and there was a story on the renowned neurosurgeon, Dr. Gupta. And he was talking about his new book, Keep Sharp, How to Build a Better Brain at Any Age. Now you might remember we had Lorraine Dunn on the show and she was telling us how we can build our brain cells regardless of our age. And doing things differently helps our brain. Well, Dr. Gupta says it is change that helps build resiliency in the brain. Trying new things and doing things like using the non-dominant hand, using your other hand. Another great thing is social interaction. It's great for your brain. So why not grab a friend every week and sit down and watch the show together with a friend? And when you see something new on the show, something you might like to try, maybe you and your friend can try it together. Now on the show today, we have some great tips from Karen, the wellness keeper. And please join in the fitness segment. You don't need any fancy gear. And life is all about balance and moderation. We're going to have some fun with the Prosecco Queen. I'm sure there's a few people watching today that don't mind an occasional glass of bubbly. But how much do you really know about the Italian Prosecco? Welcome to Energy for Life. Now this show, as you know, is for people over 50. And most of our guests are also over 50. Occasionally we do have someone a little bit younger that comes on the show because they have products and services and value to offer to all of us over 50. And today we have with us Karen Island Tan, the wellness keeper. Now Karen is a wellness coach, a biohacker and a consultant. She is a passionate thought leader in the space of people, health and the environment. Karen works with individuals, organisations and teams to help overcome burnout and fatigue. Karen helps people to raise their energy levels for work, life and fun. She's going to share with us today her tips for overcoming fatigue, for maximising your energy levels and for slowing down the effects of ageing. Hi Karen, welcome to Over 50, so what? Fantastic to have you on the show. Looking forward to hearing all your fantastic strategies for us.
Hi Carol, how are you going? Nice to see you again. It's wonderful to be here on your show.
Now, you describe yourself as a wellness coach and a lot of people probably wonder what the hell is a wellness coach? What do they do and how is a wellness coach different to a personal trainer?
That's a great question, Carol. And one that I get asked quite often too, because it's quite a new thing being a wellness coach. It's come out of health coaching. So wellness coaching is all about supporting someone, not just from a physical point of view, but also from an emotional, from a mindset, mental point of view, and also from a I call it inner self, but / spiritual point of view. So it's supporting health from all angles, not just one or the other. It's quite an overall bird's eye view of your health and wellness in that sense. And as a wellness coach, it's about working alongside the clients and their support team around them, and educating, not just educating, but also mentoring and really being an accountable buddy to the clients. Wellness coaching is quite wide in the sense that depending on the individual wellness coach's background, they might have come from as a personal trainer or fitness training or a nutritionist, etc. So different wellness coaches have different specialities too.
And you also describe yourself as a biohacker. So what is biohacking? Can you give us some examples of biohacking and who a biohacker is?
There are quite a few different variations or versions of what a biohacker is. Some people call themselves biohackers because they like using tech and gadgets and those sort of things to enhance their well-being, or to use that to, enhance a part of themselves or their body. Well, my approach of biohacking is from the purest sense, which again goes back to all about the foundations. It's about really understanding your body. Our bodies are so intelligent and, has the capacity to do everything that we want it to do. We're just not tapping into it fully. And for me, that's what biohacking is. It's really about tapping fully into what you have in you innately. So tapping into your intuition, tapping into your own body and optimizing your body naturally. So gargling, we all know how to gargle, and gargle is something that's so simple. You've always got access to some water somewhere. Gargling is a really simple biohack, and it's a biohack that I talk about in terms of its purest sense, because it doesn't involve any gadgets or tech. We're just using what we've got in ourselves and around us, which is nature. So when you gargle, you massage a few points at the back of your jaw here, that connects back to your vagus nerve, and it's an it's a acupuncture point per se. So when you gargle, you massage that. And when you massage that, you're really putting your whole vagus nervous system into a rest and relax mode. And that's a really simple hack. So gargling after you brush your teeth twice a day, because we already have to brush our teeth. So you're habit stacking something. And it's so simple. So just gargle for about 10-20 seconds. You don't have to use anything other than water, because that's all you need, because what we want to do is to massage our vagus nerve.
Karen was very knowledgeable and taught me all these amazing little tricks and rituals. I don't know the tricks, but rituals throughout the program that helped with my diet and my energy levels, which were quite depleted before doing the program.
Now, a lot of people watching want to live a nice, healthy, energetic life. What's your key principles for keeping your energy high, or keep looking after your energy?
So some of the key strategies around living a really healthy, energetic life, it's all around those principles that I talked about, tapping into your own body, understanding what works for you, which could be different from, what works for you, Carol, will not work for me, and what works for me might not work for you. So it's a lot about individualization and understanding you yourself. And the only way to do that is to tap into creating more awareness about what your body is telling you. All our bodies give us a lot of signs and signals, and sometimes we get too busy in this world, distracted, that we forget to listen to ourselves. So going back to the principles of detoxing, healing, and thriving is really important to ensure that you're applying all these three things every day in your lives through all the different, aspects of health, whether it's eating, whether it's exercise, whether it's sleep, etc. We've got to make sure that we apply these principles. It's the same way where if you were to paint a wall in your house, you want to change the color of your house, you wouldn't just slop on a new color of paint. You clean the wall first, you get rid of any scuff marks and dirt, prime it, so that the detoxing is the cleaning part, and then you prime it, which is the healing part. Then you put the new color of paint on it, which is the thriving part.
Now, thanks so much for coming on the show, Karen. There's a few little interesting tips there and a few things that I learned. I'm sure our viewers learned a bit about biohacking and what a wellness coach is. And thanks very much for that.
No worries. Thanks for that. I love sharing. So, anytime.
Just get up, join in, doesn't matter what you're wearing. Gonna take a little step to the side. And we go. Roll the shoulder. That's it, roll it. This is really great if you sit down a lot and you've got that sort of curve going on. Roll the shoulders back. Now, if you want to get a bit more relaxed, we can go shake. That's it. Shake it! Alright, now we're going to do 2 steps to the side. There we go. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Roll the shoulder. Step together, step. If you want to relax it a bit more, you can try the shimmy. There. That's it, just enjoy. Moving. Alright, hold it there. Now put one leg forward, we're going to flip the hip, up, flip, 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 and pass it. Flip it. Come on guys and girls. Get those hips going. And around we go. Alright, the other side. Flip, 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 flip. Faster. And around. Very good. Now we're going to do forward, 1, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Forward, 1, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3, forward, 1, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3, forward, 1, 2, 3, back. I'll show you sideways. Forward, 1, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3, forward, cha cha cha, back, cha cha cha, forward, cha cha cha, back, cha cha cha. Or once you've got this on automatic, you can just relax and do it. I put this dress on today because it's sort of in the flavour of the music. Doesn't matter what you're wearing. Cha cha cha, back, cha cha cha, forward, cha cha cha, back. Now we take the arm. Just wiggle it across. Wiggle. That's it. Burning calories, raising our metabolism, good for our health. Just relax. Doesn't matter, just watch out for the furniture and any animals that might come in. Now what we're going to do is do that all over again. Ready? Step and step. Step and step. Step. Shake it. That's it. Excellent. Okay, 2 steps. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Excellent. Shake it. Alright, we're going to go forward 1, cha cha cha. And we go forward, cha cha cha, back, cha cha cha, forward, cha cha cha, back, cha cha cha, forward, cha cha cha, back, forward, cha cha cha, back. That's it. Feeling relaxed. Getting that energy up. Now the hip. Flip, 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 flip. And around we go. Watching out for the animals. Watch out for the dog or the cat. Other side. Flip, flip, flip. That's it, we're done. 5 minutes a day and you're on your way. Welcome to Living Life. Now I know a lot of us over 50 don't mind a glass of wine from time to time. Whether it's, to celebrate a birthday, a wedding, a great achievement, or just for fun. But how many of us actually know that much about sparkling wine? Today's guest is Melissa Brauer, the Prosecco Queen. Now, Melissa has worked with 20 winemakers in the Italian Prosecco Hills. She's conducted wine tours to Italy, and she now hosts masterclasses and a fantastic wine quiz with blind tastings. She has a mobile vintage caravan, Van de Vino, and in 2017 she founded the Prosecco Festival. Melissa Brauer really is the Prosecco Queen. Hi Melissa, and welcome to Over 50 So What? This is going to be such a fun session, I can tell already.
Hi, how are you today?
Well, looking good, but it'd be even better if we were sitting here drinking a glass of Prosecco while we were chatting.
Why aren't we doing that? I don't understand. Why did we not think of that earlier? What's wrong with me?
Everyone's just been told that you are the Prosecco Queen. How did you actually get involved in Prosecco? You know, what triggered all that?
It was actually a trip to Italy many years ago where I discovered that it was this awesome, bubbly, not very expensive drink that you could just buy at the supermarket, which was just picking up some cheese and some salami and, oh, I'll grab a couple of bottles of this, looks nice. And just found that it was just really lovely. It's a little bit lower in alcohol than other wines, so it was the perfect sort of afternoon sip after a hard day of shopping or sightseeing. And then when I came back to Melbourne, I was really interested in finding out if there was Prosecco here in Australia that I could buy. And there wasn't very much back then. But my husband then discovered that up in the King Valley in northeast Victoria, they're actually making Prosecco up there themselves. And so we went up in the car and had a look around and found how beautiful it was and how delicious the wine was, and the scenery was pretty spectacular as well. And that sort of started my love affair with the Australian Prosecco. But Italy is sort of my spiritual home, I think, and I keep going back and drinking more Prosecco and trying more Prosecco every time I go. So it's a commitment.
Well, for the people that don't really know what Prosecco is, I just mentioned it to someone this morning, and they never even heard of Prosecco. They didn't even know what Prosecco was. So can you just sort of explain to the viewers what Prosecco is, you know, as a sparkling wine and how it compares to other sparkling wines?
Yes, so Prosecco is actually a grape, just like Chardonnay is a grape or Pinot Grigio is a grape. And it's made in a sparkling wine style, so it's got bubbles in it. It's not the same as champagne because champagne is made using Chardonnay and Pinot Noir grapes, whereas Prosecco is made with Prosecco grapes. And the two ways of making the wine are different as well. The Prosecco is made, the bubbles are made in a stainless steel tank, whereas in champagne, the bubbles are actually created in the bottle. So the fizz comes out slightly differently, like the bubbles can be a little bit smaller in champagne. And obviously the characteristics or the flavours of the wine are going to be different because Chardonnay tastes like one thing, Pinot Noir tastes like something else, and then you mix those together to get that champagne flavour that you know, which is all kind of, and the yeast is in the bottle in the champagne as well. So you have those kind of nutty, toasty sort of fragrance as soon as you open a bottle of champagne, whereas Prosecco is a very young, zesty, fruity wine, doesn't have any of that yeast in it, and it's meant to be drunk young, not aged like champagne. You can age that for many years. Prosecco, typically, you like to drink that within a year of when it's been bottled. So it's kind of lemon and citrus and some sort of floral notes and a little bit of almond, but not those sort of heavy, toasty, yeasty notes of a champagne. So two very different drinks, both delicious, and I'm friends with both of them.
So does that mean, from what you're saying, that Prosecco generally is a little bit more affordable than a sparkling wine or champagne?
Definitely. It's almost 100% in all cases more affordable than champagne, just because it's so much easier to make. And from when you pick the grapes to when you get them in the bottle can be as little as sort of 6 months really, and almost quicker than that. Whereas champagne by law in France, if you want to call it champagne, it has to have been in the bottle for 18 months before you even can open it to create, bottle it properly and sell it for sale. So it's not even allowed to be sold if it hasn't had the yeast in the bottle for 18 months. So there are very strict rules around how you make champagne, whereas Prosecco, there's no real rule in that. As long as it's made with the right grapes, you're fine. And it doesn't need that long to create the flavours, so that's why it's crisp and fresh, and there's a lot less kind of manpower required to make it. So it is going to be more affordable just because you can drink it quicker, so the farmer gets his money quicker, and it's not a big elaborate process on how you make it, so it costs less.
During COVID, I met you at one of your bubbly masterclasses, which really helped get me through COVID. And I said, it was so much fun. And I've drunk a lot of wine over the years, but I still learnt quite a bit. And it was such a fun way to get through COVID as well.
Online class, we weren't doing illegal meetups in the park with the brown paper bag. What I really liked about those as well is that we had people from everywhere. Like there's someone in Queensland that joined us and people from all over Melbourne, and it was really nice to sort of just look forward to those Tuesday nights when we could get together. But
you're going to be running more of those, aren't you? Online masterclasses.
Absolutely, yeah. So we can get some more happening, to do some online events as well as do some in-person, finally. In-person masterclass with some food. So it'll be like a dinner where we match some different foods to some different Proseccos, but also just I can do like more condensed one where it's like an hour and a half, and we just have some nibblies and have a chat about a few different Proseccos, which is fun. But they're definitely doing some online ones as well. One of the really great ones that we did was the Meet the Winemaker, and we crossed live to Italy and chatted to my lovely friend Giovanni in the vineyard, and that was very nice. It didn't hurt that he was very handsome, so we did. That was great fun. He sat there in his vineyard drinking the same Prosecco that we were drinking at home, and people could ask questions, and that was a lovely experience. And considering that we felt like we weren't allowed to travel anywhere, it felt like we'd been on holiday, just having a chat to him for an hour and just looking at the scenery. And it was beautiful sunny morning in the Veneto, and everyone was like, oh. So that was pretty nice. And then I do house calls as well. I'm actually going on Friday night. So people are having a dinner party and I'm going to be their entertainment. So I've got a little wine quiz that I do, and we do a little blind tasting with little bottles of wine that I've decanted into little 100 ml bottles, and we have 6 of those, and I get them to try and guess what it is, and it all gets a bit competitive, which is a bit fun. So I've been doing those online all of last year, and this is my first in-person one.
So with your Zoom masterclasses, you'll be able to do them in South Australia. There's a few people watching from South Australia.
Absolutely. I've been sending wine all over Australia this year for masterclasses and different corporate events that I've been running. And all you need is an internet connection, and away you go. So certainly a good fun way to get in contact with other people and learn something fun.
Thanks so much for coming on the show, Mel. I knew it would be fun, and I'd learnt even more again than I have.
Awesome. Thanks.
There's more to Prosecco than you think. So next week we're going to have some tips on how to make the most of your Prosecco. Thanks for watching today. If you'd like some more information about Karen, the Wellness Keeper, or about a fun Prosecco masterclass, then please go to our website. And please join our Facebook group and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Over 50 So What. All replays are posted on Facebook, YouTube, and on our website. Have fun, stay connected, and try new things. I'm Carol, and this is Over 50 So What? Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50. So what?